John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum is out right now, and hot dog that I have a great time watching this movie while also covering my face. Don't worry, I didn't miss a second of the action. I'm just a child at heart. Maybe some of these violent scenes aren't meant for children. With the release of this film, we now know that John Wick 4 has been confirmed with a 2021 release date, and a TV series set in the Continental is coming our way, and we're finally getting a John Wick video game. These movies are arguably already a lot like video games when it comes to the narrative, world building, and mechanics, but now we get to actually be John Wick and explore this wonderful blood-soaked world all on our own. Here comes John Wick Hex, a strategy game described as fight choreographed chess where you play as John Wick and take out assassins with carefully planned out attacks. I actually really dig the graphic noir art style of this game, and Mike Bethel, the developer behind the game, has been praised for his weirdly narrative-driven puzzle games like Thomas Was Alone and Volume, so this might be great. But is it the John Wick game I was hoping for? Not quite.
What do you need? Guns. Lots of guns.
Again, this game might turn out to be great, but when I think of John Wick, I think about the non-stop action, beautiful world that I want to explore. If you'll let me, here are a few of the elements I think would make a worthy John Wick game.
Let us begin.
First up, the action. The turn-based stylized fighting style of Hex is all right if you like the idea of a one-man XCOM, but what I see when I watch a John Wick movie is someone who is using everything at his disposal to survive. He is cold and calculated, but we're also seeing it all in real time, not pausing to examine every thought, like a Guy Ritchie Sherlock Holmes-esque fight scene. John Wick is a man of action, a living weapon in human form, not a dang computer running algorithms and picking his next move based on a percentage success outcome. Personally, I want to feel that kind of action through the world of John Wick the way we experienced the action in Insomniac's Spider-Man or Rocksteady's Arkham series. Fluid fighting mechanics that allow for the player to move between each of their opponents with ease, as well as utilizing the environment for a kick-ass takedown. Much like Spider-Man PS4, we could imagine a game where John Wick is taking down threats left and right on rooftops or in alleyways, using every weapon that he has in his arsenal thanks to Charon. Guns, knives, chairs, wacky inflatable waving arm men, really whatever is on hand, it's all the same to John Wick. And speaking of weaponry, audiences have seen Mr. Wick turn all sorts of everyday objects into the most formidable death weapons, the most dangerous kind of weapons. I've never seen a man take someone down with a book before, I'll tell you that much. With that in mind, this skill has become a neat gift for game developers to use in future games if they'd like. Let's take, for example, the weapon building mechanics of Last of Us and the gadgets available to Peter Parker in Spider-Man. Sorry to keep bringing it up, I just played through it again and it's perfect. Wouldn't it be gripping to play as John, have your back against the wall, and have to piece a gun back together before they get you? What if you had to create your own makeshift assassin weaponry to take down different threats based on what you have around you at any given moment? This could allow for each of the players to create their own John Wick and customize their fighting style to specific weapons and techniques, giving each person a unique gameplay experience. My John Wick would only be using books as weapons, as armor, and as bullets. Imagine getting smacked in the face by the Secret at 2,500 feet per second. That's pretty crazy. Now here's a secret for you. Battle chess is cool and all, but John Wick deserves a proper action game. God dang it. Thank you. And finally, let's dive into the world of the movies. Now, if we wanted to stay small, we could create a game that took place just inside the Continental, a building built by hitmen and spies. We're talking about hidden weapons in every banister, drape, toilet, bed frame, lamppost, coffee mug. It could be possible with that kind of ingenuity we've seen in the past. Also, you've got enemies around every corner. Sure, the rules state there shall be no fighting or killing on the grounds of the hotel, but rules are made to be broken. Imagine the closed-off feeling of Alien or BioShock, where each room could bring about unique challenges and new threats. I'm sold! But if we were able to go even bigger, let's explore what a New York City would look like if it had been infiltrated by these deadly hitmen. Exploring every nook and cranny from medic stops, underground escape routes, secret taxis, and of course, dog adoption centers. You can't play this game without your little buddy, can ya? Basically, I'm thinking a mix of Assassin's Creed, 'cause duh, and Grand Theft Auto 5. It's not an easy ask, I know it, but the fans want it. Now look, we've all come to learn that fans sometimes want different conflicting things when it comes to expansions of franchises that they love, and that being said, if we're basing a game off of a movie that is based off of the mechanics of a game, maybe we just throw the fans of the franchise into the world that is, again, already set up exactly like a game and let them go ham. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this game is already in development, and maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Or maybe all the possible plot lines are being saved for John Wick Chapter 19. Yes, I've already bought my ticket. Are you crazy? I had to. Well, you guys let me know what you think and what you'd want from a game like this down below. I'm Sam, and I'll see you next time, but until then, keep it locked to IGN.